Hey guys, welcome back to another Team Fortress 2 video. I didn't fail for like the freaking whatever time. So anyways, I feel like reading a fan fiction today. And then I found this TF2 fanfiction, which is a TF2 Spy X Reader. I can't read French, so I'm just going to read the English translations that is on the side. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was bored and I decided to read this story. I read it ahead of time, but I skipped some stuff and decided to read the dialogue instead. But today I'm going to read the full thing. Yeah, and I'm only going to do it without music, because if I do it with music, I'm gonna mess up. Even if I do it without music, I'm still gonna mess up. Anyways, let's continue. You do not have to leave, love. Spy's words were calm as he spoke, almost as though he was cooing towards you. You paused in your step, as you had been walking away from him. You turned your head slightly to look over your shoulder at him. You know I don't speak French, nor understand. I read that dialogue wrong. You know I don't speak nor understand much French, Spy, he said with a sigh. Spy let out a chuckle as a calm smirk crossed over his face. Of course I know, Shitty. Hold on a second, I need a freaking... You shuddered slightly. He had called you darling once more. Spy had often called you darling, but you didn't want to hear it. Not after finding out that he had lied about his line of work. Finding out that he was a mercenary devastated you. Looking away from him at the ground, you let out a sigh. Turning your head back, facing in front of yourself, you continued to walk down the hallway. Spy had come to you at your apartment complex. He had caught you just coming out of your apartment as you were headed out for a walk, but you weren't all that thrilled to see him. As you continued down the hallway, as you were intending on leaving the complex for your walk, Spy called out to you from where he last stood. I know you hate me for this, but... he asked. He paused, not asked. What? I will always love you. You clenched your hands into tight fists. I don't understand French, damn it. I don't want... You spun around on your heels to look at Spy, but to your surprise, he wasn't there. You don't want what? His voice came from behind you. You spun around again, but you swung your head up to slap Spy. To your dismay, he blocked your attack by grabbing a hold of your wrist and shoving it against the wall that was beside the both of you. You swung your other hand to slap him as well, but he grabbed a hold of your other wrist and pressed it against the wall that was now behind you. As you looked at his face, you noticed that he had a look of sadness on his face. What don't you want? He asked again, nearly pleading. You hung your head slightly as you looked downwards. I don't want to go through losing losing someone I care for again. You slowly replied. Oh, Monchetti, you won't lose me. Spy replied calmly. How can you say that? You asked, your voice rising as you lifted I can't speak, even without music. You ask, your voice rising as you lift your head up to look at him in the eye. How can you say that when you are going to have to leave? And then I most likely won't be able to see you again. How can you say that? I won't lose. Your voice, I can't speak. Ah! I'm like freaking Muzak when he's playing TF2. Except I'm reading a fanfiction. Your words were cut short as Spy placed a kiss on your lips. As much as you don't want to kiss back, you start to melt into the kiss and begin to kiss back. Take a shot every time I say kiss. Spies, and take a shot every time I say spy. Spy's grip loosened on your wrist as he let go of them. Before he placed one hand against two of your against the side of your torso, and the other against the side of your head. Your arms slowly wrapped around his neck. The two of you lasted what seemed like forever, but ended as you both parted for air. Spy, you started to say before he spoke up. Come with me, then. You looked at him in the eye as he looked back into yours. He thought over his request for a moment before nodding his head. Okay, you replied. Spy smiled fondly at you before placing another kiss on your lips. Before you had time to kiss back, he parted from the kiss with a smile on his face. Thank you. Today. What a love story between you two, a voice said to you, and a voice said to you and Spy. Both of you turned to look at who spoke up, as Spy started to withdraw a little from next to you. To your surprise, there stood your landlord along with a few other tenants. A blush started to creep across your face. Thank you very much, Spy said to your landlord. Your landlord smiled before saying, good luck on your adventure together. Okay. A smile crossed over your face as you looked at Spy, who in turn looked at you. Looking back over at your landlord, you nodded your head. Will do. So, I hope you guys really, oh, one last thing, I forgot. Cue music! I'm sorry, I had to put this song in, cause what could a fanfiction be if there was, what could a TF2 fanfiction be if there wasn't this song in? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, TF2 fanfiction reading, because I sort of enjoyed it, although be it a bit strange, considering that Spy is probably like 30 to 40 years old. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video of the Triforce with you, and yeah, if you want to read this yourself, go ahead and by means read it. I have no words whatsoever, so I'll see you guys in the next video once again. Wait, what's that noise?
It is dead!
Oh boy.